And in sport, Arsenal manager Arsene Wenger has announced he will quit the club at the end of the season. This turned out to be one of the biggest news in the sporting world today. Views had previously been divergent about the future of the French manager following his inability to replicate his earlier success in recent times.
When Arsene Wenger was appointed as Arsenal manager in October 1996 from Japanese club Nagoya Grampus 8, he was unknown to many Arsenal fans. But 22 years down the line, and 3 league titles to his name, Wenger undoubtedly would remain an integral part of Arsenal's history as the club's longest-serving manager. The Frenchman learned his managerial trade in France with spells at Strasbourg, Cannes and Nancy before earning a move to Ligue 1 side AS Monaco. He won the French League Championship in 1988. 7 years later, he moved to Nagoya Grampus of Japan for an 18-month stint. After joining Arsenal, Wenger did not take long to adapt to life in English football, and he guided the team to their first Premier League title just 1 season after joining the club. Arsene Wenger was born in 1949 in Strasbourg, France. He began playing professional football in 1978 as a defender with Strasbourg. He's very educated and possesses a master's degree in economics. His mastery of languages is enviable, as he fluently speaks Alsatian, German, Italian, Spanish, Japanese, English, and his mother tongue, French.
To go there and to try to be successful.
Upon the recommendation of Gerard Houllier, Arsenal appointed Arsene Wenger as manager, and his first set of signings were Thierry Henry, Robert Perez, and Sylvain Wiltord. He also went on to raise great players like Patrick Vieira, Cesc Fabregas, Robbie van Persie and Kolo Touré into world-class players and was dubbed the Professor by the media. Wenger remains the most successful manager in Arsenal's history, especially in terms of championship trophy collection, which began in 1998 with a Premier League win. He repeated the Premier League win again in 2002 before making history in 2004 when his Invincibles went unbeaten throughout the entire league campaign on their way to sealing a 3rd Premier League crown. The Frenchman has also claimed 7 FA Cups, the most of any manager, and was voted Manager of the Year in 1998, 2002 and 2004. He also led Arsenal to the final of the UEFA Champions League in 2006 when they controversially lost to Barcelona. Wenger became really famous for its ambition to build a team that is not only able to win again, but also can serve interesting spectacle. For Wenger, teamwork is the only way to demonstrate the beautiful art of attacking football, and his immense belief in his methods has characterized his stay in England.
With Wenger's decision to step down, the club must begin to look at a possible replacement as soon as possible. A number of coaches have been linked with the Arsenal job, but notable names are former Borussia Dortmund manager Thomas Tuchel, who seems to be the leading front runner to replace Wenger at the Emirates. Others are former AC Milan Bayern Munich coach Carlo Ancelotti and Wenger's former players Patrick Vieira and Thierry Henry. In Africa, Arsenal largest fan base is in Nigeria, and so are the Gunners fans reacting to Wenger's decision to leave the Emirates. Let's find out.
If you ask me, that's the best news I've received this year, because if there's a coach that is not ambitious, I think the #1 person on my list is Wenger. You know, when other coaches are, attempting to win the league, others are attempting to win the Champions League, Wenger, I don't know. Because Mourinho said something sometimes back and people were, eating out at the guy. He said, Wenger is a failure. And if you ask me, as an Arsenal, I'm a die-hard fan of Arsenal. If you ask me, really Wenger is a failure. Wenger saying he's leaving at the end of this season is the best news that has come to me so far, this year. So I want to congratulate every other person, every other Arsenal fan. I congratulate myself as an Arsenal fan. I congratulate every Arsenal supporter throughout the world. It's the best news ever. He should go.
He has really tried. He has been there for so many years. I think it's time for him to resign.
My brother actually congratulates me this morning, telling me that, congratulations, my brother. I was like, for what? Well, like, Arsene Wenger is quitting at the end of the season. Because trust me, I'm an Arsenal fan, and for almost 2 seasons now, I stopped watching Arsenal game because I'm kind of hungry with Arsene Wenger.
Joining me live from London are two sport journalists, Shogi Tosh and David Doherty. Both have been monitoring the situation in the UK following Wenger's announcement. Okay, I'll start with you, David Doherty. What have been the reactions of Arsenal fans in London? Okay, Shogi, let me talk to you now. Shogi.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay. Now, what have been the reaction of Arsenal fans in London?
There's a lot of happy faces, which you could understand why, obviously, because Arsenal, Arsenal has done great with Arsene Wenger, the greatest, manager ever, for Arsenal. But I think, as everybody knows, he just overstayed, his stay just with a couple of seasons. And this is quite important, to take a leave from what Alex Ferguson did. He left at the right time. And I just felt like, that's why a little bit of the fans, especially here in this side, are pouring over a little bit. I mean, for a couple of games now, fans have been staying away from actually, coming to the games, and there's been a lot of, hassles because, fans are just not happy that they're not winning, and it's not even enough for Arsenal fans to be in the top four. They want to win trophies, and when I talk about trophies, not just the FA Cups, but at least challenge for the title again. So I think that was a little bit of downside, but still, that cannot erase what Arsene Wenger has done. I mean, 823 Premiership League games and 473 wins.
Shogi, let me ask the next question now. What would Wenger's exit, mean to Arsenal? What did the exit mean to Arsenal?
It's quite interesting because, obviously, it's you're talking about 22 years. It's not every time that you get to see a coach. Nowadays in football to stay. With that length. So what's next for them? Which coach are they going to go for? Ancelotti? Are they going to go for Thomas? Are they going to go for Patrick Vieira? There's Henry there as well. So obviously there's that uncertainty that what's going to happen. Even though they've been clamoring this while that we want to change. Now it's suddenly dawned on them that now the change is here. Arsenal said they're going to announce a successor very, very soon.
Let me ask the next one. 22 years at Arsenal. Some persons think Wenger overstayed his welcome at the club. Do you subscribe to that?
No, he did. It's obvious that he did overstay. I mean, at the point where he was struggling and, he just couldn't get the balance. He wasn't even sure with the system that he wanted to play, with the back three, back four, and, he was losing a good number of games. Especially 2 seasons ago after he won the FA Cup, I felt like he shouldn't have renewed his contract and he should have just left. But Wenger, he loves Arsenal. He's turned down a lot of jobs, both national opportunities and club opportunities to still stay at Arsenal. So I think he didn't want to leave. But it's dawned on him right now that, this is the right time to leave, even though he has 1 more year on his contract.
Okay, lastly, 3 Premier League titles, 7 FA Cups in 22 years. Can that be referred to as a successful stay for Wenger when compared to other coaches like Jose Mourinho, Pep Guardiola, who has won 7 league titles in 10 seasons? What would you say about
I mean, those other, coaches that you mentioned, they actually went to, at least 3-4 other teams. It's not easy to just stay at one club and motivate yourself and do. I'm a Chelsea fan, but it's quite obvious that Wenger has done great, and not just as a coach, but even as a person. I mean, I was reading about what Bob Wilson, a Gunners goalkeeping hero, what he was saying, not just about how great Wenger was. He was actually in tears.
Shogi, what will be your replacement for Arsene Wenger?
I mean, people are thinking Ancelotti, but I would like a Henry. Because Henry is quite young. He's an Arsenal man, blood in, blood out, and I think he'll be up for the job.
All right. Thank you very much, Shogi. All right. Thank you very much. And that's all in sports. My name is Adema Lawrence.